Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How do you feel when you hear that background sound? Of course, it's Orizza Imms here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, consider subscribing, please. Did you subscribe? Check if you subscribe. If not, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, today I'm going to show you how hard or how easy or what teachers go through before they become teachers here in Namibia. So of course I'm going to show you the process they go through, the interview, and today I am going to show you an interview process that is going to take place at a certain school here at the northern part of Namibia, and it's a senior primary teaching post, only one teaching post, and it's going to have more than 200 candidates going to compete for that teaching post. So to become a teacher here in Namibia, it becomes very difficult, so to say, but maybe very easy to some people. Or if you know it's very easy to become a teacher in Namibia, comment please in a comment section below, then we hear from you. But this is how I'm going to show you the reality, what teachers go through before they become professional teachers here in Namibia. So please, let's go together. Consider, please, if you didn't subscribe to my YouTube channel, consider subscribe so that you don't miss this awesome information or content that I create here on our channel. Yeah, the interview is actually in one school in Oshana region, and right now I'm traveling from Oshakati. I hope I'm not late. I'm not late. I won't find them started already. But some job hunting teachers told me that sometimes they use African time here. Yeah, in most cases they use African time. They call you or they tell them that the interview is starting maybe at 9, but they end up actually starting even at 12 or 10 or sometimes even at 1 o'clock. So they use African time here, but I think it's a good thing and bad because it is sometimes giving people enough time for those ones that are traveling from far, because someone can come from even Windhoek coming to do an interview here at the north, or maybe coming from Katima or Kavango or anywhere far, so they get more time to travel so that they can start with others. That's why they use African time. But nevertheless, let's go together and see what is gonna happen there. Yeah, for this type of job or this type of post here in Namibia, a senior primary teacher, it's produced. Senior primary teachers are produced at a lot of universities here in Namibia. We have IUM, we have UNAM, we have IOL, and these other South African universities. Namibian students can do distance and then they get their qualification. We have Trefan College, we have Sunshine. So all those universities are producing teachers for senior primary. So today I'm only gonna focus on senior primary phases, because this interview is only for senior primary teacher. They are looking for a permanent senior primary teacher. So that's the reason why they have a lot of numbers. So let's go and hear from the teachers themselves, their experience, how hard it is or how easy it is, and yeah, their reaction. Let's go and see the reality. Yeah. Finally, we are here. As you see, all those cars, all of those cars, they dropped the interviewees from different parts of Namibia, different towns, different regions. So a person can come from Ranjemund, from Valves to come and do an interview here at Oshana if he or she happened to become a successful candidate, then she get the post. So it's just a competition now between plus minus 200 teachers that are here today. So at first they write a test, and after this test, if you pass this test, the same day you go for oral interview, and then you wait for some days, then you get a call from HR that you get a permanent post. You are a successful candidate. So you have to first go through, you apply first, and then you get called for the interview, and then you write a test where they ask content and a lot of documents, how to do your administrations as a teacher, and so on and so on. Sometimes they ask also subject content, and yeah, they ask how good do you understand. If it's for mathematics, how good are you in mathematics? They will ask you questions. And here at senior primary, you don't use calculators. I understand they don't use calculator. Only at secondary level, they allow you to go in a test with a calculator. So here, it's very, very difficult. They don't use calculator because even learners from grade 4 to 7 in Namibia here, they don't use calculators, unless maybe I think yeah, I don't think they use calculators in grade 4 to 7 in the current Namibian curriculum. So basically they go first written test and oral. So as you see now, I think the principal is calling, the management is calling their name just to confirm that they have the right candidates at the premises before they enter the hall. So yeah, let's check, all of us, let's get the experience together. Kanana. Where's Robert? Where are you? Where are you? Oh. Nangoro pe yoko. Nangoro kepo. Yali na peace. Edinaro ni janao. Kai shikei. Sori gawa. Why you be? Why you be? Katimba. Ay, Katimba. Katimba. Watu kake some teachers actually find opportunity to collect forms for another post, like different posts. If you know you are maybe attending this post, this interview, and you are from Opuo, and there is a post there at Opuo, so you collect the forms of others instead of them going to pay a courier of 75 or 65 or whatsoever price. They just give you for $5. You collect a lot of them, so when you go home, you just take to the school or to the circuit without paying anything, so you win. So let's hear from these ladies here. I think they are collecting some forms. Let's go to them and hear what is the process, how they collect forms and so on.
Like that is $5 a form. Yeah, like how many form you get maybe?
Will I get?
Hmm.
Not sure.
Like plus minus, will you make maybe enough for Korea?
For Korea?
Hmm.
Like Korea?
Yeah.
Not going to Korea.
Oh, you are from Okao.
Mm.
Oh, that's good.
From there, I'll just drop it.
But it's a guarantee that otherwise they will call you after they happen not to be called.
It's obvious.
Okay. Oh, they are coming, a lot of customers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Thank you.
Okay.
At least they don't need to travel and
Yeah.
submit their forms.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it is a competition. It is what it is. If you get this job, if you happen to get the job, you get the same salary as any beginner teacher in Namibia, regardless the teacher is teaching at secondary level or teaching at lower primary level or pre-primary. As far as is a beginner teacher, you get the same salary if you are at the same notch. Say for instance, we have maybe a degree, all of you have a degree, then you get the same salary regardless you are coming from which university. So this is one thing that a lot of Namibian learners out there need to know, that if you are to become a teacher in Namibia, you can study anywhere. The moment, as far as that institution is accredited by Namibian Qualification Authority, then it is fine. You will get the same salary like anyone teaching any subject in Namibia. As far as he or she is a beginner also at your level, you get the same salary. It doesn't matter where the person is working, whether the person is working at the village or in town, you get the same salary. So the only difference would be allowances. Maybe if you are working at the villages, but I don't know now if these allowances are there, bush allowances, because they used to give extra to teachers that are working in bushy areas or at the villages where there are not a lot of facilities like Wi-Fi or roads, good roads and so on. So they give extra money to those teachers. But if you are working in cities, you just get the normal salary and normal allowances, unless maybe you have some extra work that you are doing there. Maybe you are patrolling in the hostel. Yeah, maybe there you get some extra for supervising students there. Yeah, some job hunting teachers at this interview were kind of complaining that the teachers didn't give the question papers, or they didn't start with the written test on time. As the time was going on, they were told at 9 and they started around 12 there for the written test. Imagine first you have to write a written test, and later on you go for your oral interview. They have to call you, you write your number, and then they call you. If you are successful, then you go for oral interview. So they were complaining that they took time, so they have to go back. So if you write and you see that you didn't perform very well, you just have to go back. So some came from as far as Windhoek, some came from very far region, from Oceania region. So that is how it always happen when you want to become a full-time teacher here in Namibia. You have to go through such interviews. But some phases, like secondary phases, maybe they don't have this same number of candidates attend the one post interview. Maybe we will look for a certain interview which is for secondary, maybe for a certain subject. Then we see if they also go for written tests, or they just go direct to oral interview. Of course, if they are not more, they just go for oral interview. I think it depends on the number of candidates who applied and qualified for that certain post. I also find a chance to ask some teachers that are looking for job here, and just to ask them what are the difficulties they go through, and they mention things such as finance. Sometimes they get invited to interviews, but they don't have finance. Due to lack of finance, they won't attend that interview. And sometimes they see also some a bit of corruption during the interviews. Maybe fellow interviews are interfering maybe with the panelists, and they lose morale. The moment they see that, they just lose morale. So those are some of the difficulties that they find during the interviews.
Oh, ayo, like, kamu nang kue movement data laka diringo samo. Dari konde na rongi ba munyamos.
We keli nalo
Kaka konje mbela.
walonde kwa jamen toke hapo tua leta shule leta dimeni ke maji leta kalonde la mtu asikakonje kwa bashia walo ndona leta luka bashia kulonda mtu atipeta shule ndo mtu ataite kumbe kwa ni kuna ruma kaji liko kule kutapa ruma jiko kule kutatita kada ukatopolo ate
Baca kwa katara hivi.
Ruma kaji liko kule ndo kulonda mtu
Ono bwaninga bwa longo na weka jara ngachukua jara kwa sisi.
Bwana ile ni official ukimosha.
Wewe hapo tete ndo kwa afika potete.
Tena atakuno kutabani. Leta hapo inziba no.
Ndio wewe wako nini? Wewe wako nini? Hamuna nini na maana 60% kwa wako ora. Hapo bado kwa watu wao mwingine ndio. Umeona leo mwe kama ni mkanga.
Takujua nenga.
Hapo tumbudumu katika. Tumbudumu katika
Ina hala tumoni longane.
Tunduru kumpaka pemaritene.
Ora beba maritene nshangeri ngashesi. Deshita kutonzi faina mimi.
Ndipo ushangana tangu utalike ni mengi wote.
I know. Tambula neva jishanga mikweneki. Opena ukahao. Ewa. Ukahao onipa, nokali ni kawake limomo moneti ndiseketa. Nashikali. Jadi moneti pose. Monitoring spirit
In Namibia, we have a lot of unemployed teachers in streets as a result of those institutions releasing each and every year. They are releasing new graduates, and the number of posts, they are very less each and every year. So everyone have different opinions. Some are saying the government should build more schools, and some are saying teachers must just stop going for interviews. They must submit their names to the government, and then they get post or they get employed from the list. So different people have their own opinions. So what is your opinion? Maybe you are a parent that you are having maybe a child that is a graduate and is not yet employed, or maybe you are an you are a teacher, a graduate that is looking for a job for a lot of years. We understand a lot of teachers have been there job hunting for, let me say, 5-6 years. Just a person is just job hunting, didn't get job. So what is your opinion? Comment in the section below. Thank you very much for watching. If you didn't subscribe, please consider subscribing right now and press on the bell button there so that you get notified every time we upload this amazing content. Thank you very much. Bye bye and ta-ta.